A very good evening. My name is Maurice Ogbete. Let's talk business now. Now, since half of the world's youth will be in Africa by 2040, private sector-led job creation on the continent is the way to go, while government creates that conducive environment for sustainable growth. These were the words of Vice President Amissah Arthur at the 25th World Economic Forum on Africa in Cape Town, South Africa. This year's forum examined how to create sustainable jobs with young entrepreneurs driving Africa's transformation through public-private partnerships.
The World Economic Forum is an international institution committed to improving the state of the world through partnerships of public and private entities in the spirit of global citizenship. Traditionally, the forum engages businesses, political leaders, academics, and civil society on a common platform to exchange ideas in order to shape global, regional, and national development agendas. Of the over 1,200 leaders who converged at the Cape Town Forum, Vice President Amissah Arthur and host leader Jacob Zuma opened the session, giving the economic and democratic credentials of Ghana and South Africa. Mr. Amissah Arthur capitalized on the rare opportunity to market his country and the continent at large as the right place to invest due to the stability amidst factors of production which followed decades of instability.
They should be part of shaping the future. If they are not embraced by what is happening today, and if we say they will only participate in future, then we are missing the point.
How do we proceed from the stable political system that we have, from a judiciary that is increasingly independent and is able to take major decisions irrespective of which people are in power? There's increasing gender equality in Africa. So how do we leverage on these positives for the future? The numbers of people who are being educated are the highest in Africa. 90% of people are going through school, but 50% of them after high school don't have employable skills. So that is what we need to do. We have to provide them with entrepreneurial training. We have to provide them with access to credit. We have to make them part of the formal system. And that is what I see as the progress that we can make.
Since 8 of the world's 20 fastest growing economies are in Africa, it is ironic to note that the growth has been largely without jobs. Hence, the Open Forum spared questions such as protection of intellectual property and enhancement of skills among the youth. On deepening good governance and stamping corruption, Mr. Amissah Arthur mentioned the public accountability in the petroleum sector, the interdiction of alleged corrupt officers at the National Service Secretariat, the JIDA probe, and the interdiction of officers connected to the police recruitment scam.
For us, it's decentralization, political decentralization, administrative decentralization, fiscal decentralization, so that people at lower levels of the system are able to get involved in the decision-making as to resource allocation. For example, in our new oil petroleum sector, the law allows for a public interest accountability committee to be made up of people from outside of government who look at the way the resources are used, and every 6 months write a report that addresses the issues that they see in there.
He also touched on how Ebola has put West Africa on the alert for any future pandemics and steps taken by regional leaders to secure a stable political future for especially nascent businesses to thrive.
There's quite substantial harmony about political systems and the way forward. And maybe you have a few outliers that do not define what Africa is doing. In the ECOWAS, there was an attempt to determine a 2-term limit for all presidents. And that may be a solution that will bring an end to this kind of agitation.
The mix of ideas espoused by Vice President Amissah Arthur and South Africa's Jacob Zuma gave hope to the captains of industry and young entrepreneurs who still look up to Africa as the next growth pole where one could get returns on every coin invested. Nutor Bibini Nutor, GBC 24, Cape Town.